What's up, guys? Here for the Week 5 review. Obviously, the video is a day later than normal because the NFL went a day later than normal. I likely could have done the video yesterday. I don't think any of the games in our league would have changed the result based on the game last night, but decided to wait just in case. You never know. So without further ado, let me get out of that. I don't need that. Start with my matchup because it's always first when I log in here. I got the shit beat out of me once again. No surprise. It was 122 by Kenny, and I had 92. Looking at my team, 0 out of the defense. Hayden Hurst, the guy's been such a bust all year. I'm hoping with them firing Dan Quinn, it'll help. Maybe them getting Julio back will help. I got him and Matt Ryan fucking combining for less than 10 points total. You can't fucking win that way. CEH supposed to have a big game. The fucking Raiders beat the Chiefs. Surprised people, shocked them a little bit, so the Chiefs aren't running the ball. I got Keenan Allen Monday night. He scores a touchdown early in the game. Fucking gets back spasms, doesn't play again, so that fucks me. And Justin Herbert's having the game of his life out there too, so that would have definitely helped. Obviously, wouldn't have done enough to make up the margin here, but just my other two running backs, Connor Taylor, both found the end zone, but just not a lot of yardage going on there. Both their games were reasonably close. Couldn't find the end zone for Darius Slayton. Chenault, he did all right. I don't expect a lot out of him, but it is what it is. But then I look at my bench, Henry Ruggs, 118 yards on 2 catches, a touchdown, 18.8 points. Darrell Henderson, I play ya, you suck. I don't play ya, you fucking scored 2 touchdowns. I don't fucking understand. Chase Edmonds, a touchdown, must have had a shit ton of fucking receiving because he got 17 points. Just not my year, man. Not my year. I don't think my team is that bad, player-wise, but obviously I can make excuses. Devontae Adams, my number 2 pick, really only played 1 week. But, I know with the injuries and the COVID, at least half the teams in the league have had to deal with shit, and it is what it is, This it's going to be a tough year, and, I'm sure there's going to keep being changes made to the schedules and players having to sit out and bye weeks changing and all that shit. So, whoever wins this year, it'll be one to remember, I guess. Looking over here at Kenny's team, Josh Allen, not a good game, but still out fucking played my quarterback. Dalvin Cook, decent game, did get hurt. Injuring his groin there. I believe he'll sit out this week. Nice game out of DJ Moore, 93 and a touch. Devontae Parker had 50 and a touch. So some good stuff going on there. Not really sure how my computer's fucking going. It sounded so weird. Jonnu Smith had 2 touchdowns last night. Nice game out of him. Montgomery had a touchdown. His defense got him double-digit points. Did have Herbert on the bench, who had 27, so he could have even got more points there. He had Dolphins D on the bench, too. I'm not really sure why he's carrying 2 Ds, but they both scored the same amount of points, so it doesn't matter. No real duds in his lineup outside of Traquan Smith, who had 2. Maybe you say his kicker. His kicker did miss a field goal. Antonio Gibson had 7. That's not too bad. I don't expect a ton out of him. Next matchup we have Josh versus Casey. Josh won this one pretty good. It was 121 to 92. Russell Wilson is going to win the MVP this year if he keeps this kind of shit up. Not a lot of yards, but 3 touchdowns. Pull his team back from behind. Got the last minute win. 25 points out of him. Derrick Henry he's a grown man. I'm sure you guys saw it. I'm sure you guys saw how he bullied the DB for the Bills. I believe it was Josh Norman. He makes these defensive backs look like fucking JV players. It's crazy. He's so fucking big and strong. It's ridiculous. Devontae Freeman did well for him, got him 16. Not much out of his receivers. Sammy Watkins came out that game hurt and will be out for a few weeks. Waller, found the end zone, got 13 points. If it wasn't for a touchdown, Greg Ward would have had a shit day, but he did find the end zone. Nice day out of the kicker for Dallas, got 14. Nothing going on the bench. Looking at Casey's team, Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, continues to be a disappointment. I mean, what was he picked in the first or second round in our draft? I think he's the 15th ranked quarterback on the season. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, obviously they're fucking winning, so I guess from a real life standpoint, it makes no difference. But from fantasy, he isn't putting up numbers like he did last year, which obviously I didn't expect. I mean, that's why I mentioned drafting a quarterback that early. I mean, I harped on the Casey taking Lamar, and I think it was Matt who took Patrick Mahomes. It's like, why are you drafting quarterbacks so early? The chance that these guys perform to that elite level to make it worth taking them that early is just not going to happen. I mean, you see Russell Wilson is killing it this year. Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, these guys were probably picked in like the 5th and 6th round. You got to get better value at running back or receiver in the 1st and 2nd round, and got a quarterback later. I mean, Aaron Rodgers was picked in probably double-digit rounds, possibly, and he's killing it this year. I mean, obviously, you could end up like some people like me who drafted Matt Ryan and is probably like quarterback 18 or some shit. It is what it is. Todd Gurley did well for him. That might have been his highest scoring game of the year at 23. Disappointing day out of Tyler Lockett. That's I think the past 2 weeks he's kind of shit the bed a little bit. Thought he would have a good game. Thought Justin Jefferson would have a good game. Only 4 points out of him. CeeDee Lamb killed it. 16. Did get a touchdown out of Marquise Brown, so he got 17 out of him. But -3 out of the defense. That's tough. Decided to roll with Dearness Johnson at running back. I think that's definitely risky. I know he had a good week the week before, but you're playing the Colts, and obviously he's the backup. The Colts have a good defense. They gave Kareem Hunt the workload for majority of the game. I mean, I don't know who else he could have played. There's no running backs on his bench. He has some open bench spots too, which is weird. I don't really understand that, but hey, to each his own. That's why his team is near the bottom. Next up, we got Michael versus Garrett. Michael beat the shit out of him. It was 159 to 111. At least in Garrett's defense, he probably played the highest scoring team of the week. So tough to win there. He would have beat probably at least a few people. He would beat myself. He would beat Casey. But it is what it is. Can't play a shit teams all the time. Deshaun Watson, nice game. 359, 3 touchdowns. Did have 2 interceptions, 25 fantasy points. Hopefully with Bill O'Brien getting canned and Romeo Crennel filling as the interim coach, maybe Deshaun will get to cook. 2 touchdowns out of Jacobs. Nice day. Mike Davis may have had his last nice game. 25 points. We'll see if McCaffrey comes back. At this point, with the way the Panthers are playing, I don't foresee them rushing McCaffrey back. Of course, when he comes back, I'm sure his workload will go back to close to normal. I don't see them totally taking Mike Davis out of the game plan. But I still see McCaffrey probably getting 80% workload and, mixing Davis in. Obviously he can play. Not a good day out of Cooper, 3 points. Diggs, 10 for 106, nice day. Emmanuel Sanders, 12 for 122. I mean, Jesus. I want to say Sanders was on my team early in the year. I fucking cut his ass and look at this shit. Mark Andrews had a touchdown, nice day. Fucking Ravens defense killed it, 25 points, touchdown, interception, 2 fumble recoveries. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, to put up this kind of points, and he had probably his 2nd round pick, on bye week is pretty impressive. Nice team Michael has this year. Looking at Garrett's team, Tom Brady, nothing special, 14. Kamara had 16, which for Kamara is probably one of his lower games. Josh Kelly kind of shit the bed, only 4 points. Justin Jackson looked like the better back on Monday night. was definitely the pass catching back. There was an opportunity where the Chargers were down on like the 1 yard line in the first half, and they decided to try to pass the ball, and Justin Herbert got sacked. I don't really understand that. Obviously, I had Kelly and Jackson playing in a couple leagues, so I was hoping they would run one of them, and to pass it and take -9, you fucked yourself there. Hopkins had a nice game. No surprise there, 131 and a touch, 22 points. Thielen had 2 touchdowns, so he stole the shine from Justin Jefferson at 25. And then a lot of single-digit performances. Chark got hurt in that game. Greg Olsen, I mean, you can't expect a ton out of him. Michael Gallup had 9 points. I mean, Michael Gallup, he basically won that game for the Cowboys in the end with those 2 catches. Cowboys have a lot of receiving talent. If our fucking defense could just fucking stop somebody at one point, you give up 34 points to the Giants. We give up like 49 to Cleveland. I mean, it's ridiculous. Got 11 points out of his kicker. Blankenship's been solid kicker this year. Nothing to talk about on the bench. Moving on, we got Dalton versus Derek. Obviously, there is a little bit of shit talk from Dalton this week, trying to rile Derek up some. Derek recently got married and has been on his honeymoon, so he probably wasn't exactly focused on football. I'm not a fan of fall weddings. I refuse to personally get married during the fall. I got married a couple weeks after March Madness ended, so there was really no sports to distract me necessarily. I believe the NBA was in the playoffs on my wedding day, and we did watch some of that, but not sure about the fall wedding. But obviously sometimes you don't get much of a say there. For you guys to know me, I don't allow that. Nothing going on during football season, that I can control. Obviously, I've been to a wedding already this fall. We'll have to go to another, but I can't schedule other people's weddings, but I can definitely control my own. Looking at Dalton's team, Joe Burrow shit the bed. Not too surprising given the fact they're playing the Ravens. 4 points. Drake finally got a touchdown, but I'll be honest, I expected more than 13 against the Jets. Kareem Hunt did well, 17. Allen Robinson couldn't find the end zone, but got 14. Juju just got outshined by Claypool, obviously. Got a touchdown out of Fuller, touchdown out of Henry. Mixon got 12 points, which probably isn't too bad considering his team sucked and was playing the Ravens. -3 out of the defense, but the kicker got him 13. Had Myles Gaskin on the bench who had 18. So could have got some more points there. Obviously, a nice guy to add to your lineup. Looking at Derek's team, Drew Brees did well, 21. Melvin Gordon got him 0 because he didn't play. He was on bye week. Like I said, I know Derek was on his honeymoon. Obviously, I wasn't focused on fantasy football. As we can see, he's got an illegal lineup. But it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Obviously, he spent a lot of money, him and his wife, on a wedding, honeymoon. It is what it is. I don't expect that to happen moving forward. Obviously, it looks like he had John Brown in the lineup too. I believe he was a late scratch to the game last night. I don't remember even being alerted of that. Not that I was really paying attention since I don't own him in any leagues, but it is what it is. I mean, you got something like that, there's not shit you can do about it. Not like it would have made much of a difference either way. Just a lot of shit players in the lineup here. Kittle didn't even play well because the 49ers sucked. Jimmy Graham did get a touchdown. Did have Goff on the bench who had 24 points. Could have got a few more points there, but wouldn't have made a difference. Next matchup we have is probably one of the biggest blowouts we'll have of the season. It was Matt 141, Jason with 63. Jason's team is probably ruined for the season because he lost Dak Prescott, who I'm sure was carrying the shit out of his team. So he'll have to find another quarterback there. I'm not sure who he decided to pick up, but I'm going to check real quick. Let's see. So it looks like he'll be rolling with Kirk Cousins. That looks like the only guy he's got on his team. Yeah. Not sure what all is available for the quarterbacks. It looks like Fitzpatrick's out there. A little surprised nobody went and grabbed Andy Dalton, given the weapons we have, but we're obviously in a one quarterback league, so nothing crazy there. I mean, even Teddy Bridgewater's available, and he's been playing pretty solid, but it is what it is. Maybe he knows something that I don't know, because clearly that wouldn't shock me, given the fact that I can't fucking win a game. Oh, looks like Nick Saban just tested positive for COVID, so see how that works out for him. All right, looking at the rest of his team, David Johnson had 11. Tyreek Hill had a rushing touchdown, 78 yards receiving, had 17 points, and then just everybody else single digits across the board. For some reason, it says he didn't have a defense or a kicker. I'm not sure if that was the case or not. Maybe he just took him out. I don't fucking know. This week was a weird week. Either way, if he did have defense and kicker, I'm sure he probably fucking did. Just right now, it's just showing him in there. Defense got him -5. Kicker got him 9. Did have Mike Williams on the bench, who had 25. Obviously, with Allen getting hurt, he got a lot more reps. Not really sure he would have played him over. Obviously, Michael Thomas was a late scratch. Well, he could have made that switch there, but, I mean, it wouldn't have made a damn difference. Looking over here at Matt's team, Mahomes, 30 points. Ronald Jones had 14. Calvin Ridley, 18 points, basically. A.J. Brown, finally came back, 18 points. Deontay Johnson, nothing. I believe he got hurt in the game. Touchdown out of Cook. Miles Sanders, 2 touchdowns, 23 points. 15 out of his kicker. I mean, outside of Deontay Johnson, who I know got hurt, and Devin Singletary, who should have got more than 4 points. Zach Moss was out last night. I mean, obviously they were playing from behind quite a bit, so they probably weren't getting too involved. I know TJ Yeldon was getting some reps, and also I believe he caught a touchdown pass, so it took away from Singletary a little bit, but he should have probably done better than that against the Titans defense. Titans defense, in my opinion, is not that good. I mean, they're average, but he should have been able to perform better there. Last matchup we have here, we have Garrett number 2, who I believe I have ranked as the number 1 team in our league. He had 149 against Dakota, who had 104. Garrett number 2's team, Kyler Murray, 26. Zeke, 2 touchdowns, 23. Metcalf, 2 touchdowns, 24. Robbie Anderson couldn't find the end zone, but had 112 yards receiving, 15.5 points. Kelsey with a touchdown and 108, 21 points. Played two tight ends, got double digits out of both of them. Gesicki with 12. Colts defense got him 10. A lot of players on his whole bench is on bye week outside of Big Ben, who had 21. Low points in his lineup. He just traded for Melvin Ingram from me, who only got him 6. Odell Beckham, 58 yards receiving, got him 9 points. Those really his only low spots, and kind of makes me feel good because I gave those bums to him. But we'll see how that works out for me long term and him. Looking at Dakota's team, has Gardner Minshew with 20. Carson had 17. Mike Evans, he's been fine in the end zone, but not really putting up a lot of yards. I'm not really sure what's going on with that team. Obviously, not having Chris Godwin may be affecting that some, but I mean, I don't know if Brady can't throw it deep for him or what's going on there. Woods had a touchdown, 15. Jamison Crowder, I believe, has had a touchdown and 100 yards receiving in every game he's played this year. He had 21. I mean, I don't know if that's the scheme or what's going on there. I own him in a league, and I've yet to play him. I got some pretty solid receivers, and I only have to play 2 every week, but might have to rethink that a little bit. Zach Ertz with 1 point. So I know we gave Josh a bunch of shit for trading Zach Ertz for Deebo Samuel early in the season, but Zach Ertz hasn't done shit for the most part, and obviously Deebo hasn't either because he was been hurt. But I mean, right now it's that trade doesn't makes absolutely no difference. Played Scotty Miller, 0 points out of him. I mean, I would have fucking played T.Y. Hilton over him, or I would have played Justin Jackson. I mean, I can't say about playing Mattinson, but it is what it is. Wouldn't have made a difference here. Young Wei Koo got him 13. Nothing on the bench. I mean, obviously Mattinson, Jackson with double-digit points there. Hilton basically had 10. Obviously waivers ran today. So you guys all got to see what happened there. I noticed looking at the report that I way overpaid for Chase Claypool, but I got him in both the leagues a lot of us are in. The other league, I literally beat somebody by $1 here. I think the next closest bid to my 23 was 9. So that's a little frustrating that I didn't gauge it better, I guess, in this league. But it is what it is. Obviously, it looks like A.J. Green finally got dropped. I think I dropped him in a league as well. We obviously had a trade go through this morning. Tyler Lockett was traded from Casey's team to Dalton, and Dalton sent Casey Juju and Myles Gaskin. So, a slight downgrade in receiver, in my opinion, for Casey. And then he obviously gets a starting running back, not on a good team, but I mean, Gaskin's been putting up points, so it is what it is. Pretty fair trade for me all around. No Thursday night football this week. The Bills and Chiefs game got moved to Monday because they're obviously not going to make the Bills play 2 games within a 3-day span. So no Thursday night this week. First games will be Sunday, and we'll have, as of now, we will have 2 Monday night games. Best of luck to everybody, and see you guys next time.